made an announcement. Let me still apologize to those present here and those viewing remotely. We were told that there was a technical problem. Apologies.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Sergeant. I was asking you before we went to go to page 532 in file 2. You have it?
That's correct, I have it.
And there you'll see that on the 6th of May 2025, you sent a series of documents to the General, and you'll see what those documents are if you go to file 3, sorry, it's still file 2, page 621, from 621 onwards. They are documents relating to applications for employment at the City of Tshwane. You have them?
Yes, I have them.
And so you'll see at 621, there is a receipt for someone's employment application. Then there's an ID that went with that receipt. At 623, another receipt, and on they go. There are various receipts for applications for employment at the city. Then I'm going to take you through all of these, and then I'd like you to address them. You'll see that on page 1159, that's file 3, you'll see that on the 26th of August, MMC Morodi sent you a similar document. You'll find the document at 1171. It too, at 1171, is a confirmation of receipt of an application for a position with the Metro Police. And at 1165, you'll see that on the 25th of September 2025, MMC Morodi sent you a similar document, another receipt of an application for appointment at the Metro Police. That document is at 1172. Then if you go back to page 560, you'll see that on...
Please wait for him to get there, Mr. Chancellor.
560, right?
560. You have 560?
I have it.
14 September of 2025, you'll see another series of these documents are sent from you to General Dlamini, and the documents themselves run from page 652 all the way through to 670. And you'll see that they're all applications, job applications at the Metro Police.
Mr. Chairperson, the documents to the general, are they the same as from MMC Morodi that you've referred to, or this is additional?
I haven't done that recon. They're certainly not the same. They are more, at the very least, they're more. Whether they overlap, I can come back to the Commission at a later stage.
All right, thank you.
Or maybe, Sergeant Nkosi, can you tell us, are the documents that you sent to the General, do they include the documents that were sent by MMC Morodi to you?
No.
They don't.
Mr. Skelson, I wanted to make the point that the previous ones were accompanied by IDs. These ones are not accompanied by IDs.
Yes, some of the previous ones had IDs. Certainly the list of the 14th of September doesn't have IDs. There was, I think, only one ID on the 6th of May. For the rest, it was just receipts without ID. There were some IDs, but not all of them had IDs. Now, first question is, why were you sending these job application receipt forms to General Dlamini?
Thank you, Commissioners. The reason that I was sending this to General Dlamini, these documents are the application for the vacancy that was advertised in or at Tshwane. As a person who's directly involved in the community activities, I'm encouraging youth to apply for employment. I then make a follow-up to that effect. So those that have sent the website that there were vacancies, some I send them in the communities. I then make follow-up. Did you apply? Show me the proof that you applied.
So you are encouraging youth to apply at the City of Tshwane and in the Metro Police Department?
Not specifically at Tshwane or Metro Police specifically. I just wanted to be vague. I'm encouraging youth to work.
Sure. And when people make applications, you help them to follow up on their applications.
That's correct.
And so in this case, you were following up on applications that members of the community had made, and they wanted feedback. Is that what was taking place?
In addition to what you just said, they want the feedback. Sometimes their frustration would be they have applied and there would not be respond from whoever that they have applied from.
So, if I take you to, say, page 532, well, let's start at 621, because that's where the receipt is. That receipt is dated 11 April, and you send it to General Dlamini on 6 May. Why would you send it to General Dlamini on 6 May if it's less than a month after the application was acknowledged by the city?
I don't know if I understand you. Can you maybe repeat that question? Perhaps I must be.
If this is an issue of following up, and following up in cases where there has been no response from the city, if one goes to 621, one sees that the city acknowledged receipt of the application on the 11th of April, but you are sending the acknowledgement of receipt to the General on the 6th of May. So that's about 3 weeks later. Why would you be sending it to the General after only 3 weeks if you were following up?
Okay. If I understand you correct, I'm subjected to be corrected. You are saying, why did I send this confirmation to the General after it was closed or before it was closed?
No, let me maybe be more explicit. Let's go back to 621.
Yes, you are at 621.
Second paragraph. You are hereby informed that correspondence will be limited to shortlisted candidates only. If you do not receive a reply within 12 weeks of the closing date, please consider your application unsuccessful. So they're saying there's a 12-week processing time here.
Yes.
Now the application, the receipt is dated 11 April. You see?
Yes.
So they are sending this letter to the applicant on the 11th of April and saying it's going to take 12 weeks to process these applications. On the 6th of May, which is roughly 3 weeks after that receipt letter is sent, you send the receipt letter to the General. Why did you send it after 3 weeks?
I still stand by my statement that it was to make a follow-up with results to this application.
But the receipt itself indicates that it's going to take 12 weeks to process the application, or will take up to 12 weeks to process the application. Why would you expect the General to know the outcome of the application 3 weeks after that receipt letter?
I just send it like I'm explaining to you now.
Let me then ask, why would MMC Morodi send you a receipt of application on the 26th of August? What did she want you to do with the employment application receipt?
It was to make a follow-up on whether the application had been received or not.
Well, she knew that the application had been received because the document at 1171 is a letter from the city saying it has been received. It's the same standard form letter from the city that says, we've received your application. If you don't receive a reply within 12 weeks of the closing date, please consider your application unsuccessful. So she knew it had been received, and it had been received, the receipt had been acknowledged on the 3rd of August. About 3 weeks after the 3rd of August, she sends it to you. Why did she send it to you? She knew it had been received, so it couldn't be for you to check that it had been received. What was she wanting you to do?
She wanted me to check if indeed it was received, and maybe if I could do something in terms of checking or what could be the problem that maybe some of people who applied to those vacancies were not being called.
And did you make any inquiries on her behalf?
Yes?
With whom did you inquire?
With General Dlamini.
What did you ask him in relation to this application?
I asked him to check in what is happening about such application.
And what did he report?
He said he will check.
And did you follow up again to find out what happened to this application?
I can't quite remember.
Now, MMC Morodi is an MMC of Tshwane. Is that not correct?
That's correct.
You have no formal relationship with Tshwane. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that?
You have no formal relationship with Tshwane. You're not a Tshwane official. You're not in any contractual relationship with Tshwane.
Yes.
Why would she ask you to make these inquiries?
Let me maybe answer it in this way. Like myself, I'm a police official. When people apply for a vacancy in the SAPS, they would maybe send questions or whatever reference. Hey, because of your insight, can you check what is the progress of this application? So according to me, that is the reason or why I sent to General Dlamini, because it was with regards with Metropolis. So same applies to when MMC Morudu sent it to me, and then I then forwarded to General Dlamini like I was doing with other applications that are seen here in this document.
Yes, but you're not inside the Tshwane Police Department, or are you?
I'm not.
You're not. I mean, you do quite a lot in relation to the Tshwane Municipal Police Department, but you're not formally inside. Isn't that true?
I'm not formally inside. I wouldn't comment on that. You said first.
Yes, well, we've seen you sort of assist the CFO to communicate with the head of the police department a great deal. Do you accept that?
We are in the documents now.
All right. We don't need to go over yesterday's territory. But again, my question is, why would MMC Morodi think that you were an appropriate person to approach to follow up on a job application? Why would you be appropriate? She's an MMC of this city. Why does she need you to follow up?
No, I think it was the matter of, believing that I believe in youth development and knocking on doors where there is an opportunity for people to work, especially youth. So I think it was on those bases.
Does she believe in youth development?
Yes.
So why did she need you to knock on doors? Why did she need you to knock on doors? Why couldn't she knock on doors herself?
No. Maybe I put it in a wrong sense that I'm knocking on doors. I'm trying to take advantage where there is opportunities for youth development.
Can park knocking on doors for a moment, but My question remains, why does she need you to explore these opportunities for youth development in the city if she's the MMC and you have no relationship with the city?
I think it is on the basis that we usually do charity work. We get involved where they are doing the charity. So I think it was on those bases.
So you and the MMC do charity work together, and she saw this as an extension of your joint charity work?
Not always. Where they've got a charity, she will say, we've got this thing for a young woman. Can you help where you can or where you could?
And did you follow up with all of these applications?
Yes, I did.
And were they successful?
No,
They were not successful.
that's correct.
None of them.
According to my understanding, none of them.
And did you find out why?
That's correct.
And what was the answer that was given to you?
They were not compliant. They failed the aptitude test. Some they failed to run the training obstacles.
So not one of the applicants was compliant.
According to me, yes.
Who told you this?
Them, the applicants.
The applicants reported to you individually, I failed, this was the reason they gave me.
Yeah, the one that I know of, yeah.
And do you know if, do you know if anyone was successful?
No, not the one that I can remember.
Now, can I take you to page 563? On the 21st of September,
Sorry, it's just, is it still the same theme?
it is still the same thing. On the 21st of September, you sent the General a document which, and that document we'll get to, it's at page 661, and you said, look, one of his friends was sent this. And then you said, my General, how legit is this? And if we go to 661,
661.
you see it says, dear applicant, you're invited to attend the Metro Police physical assessments and verification of documents, gives the date, the place, bring along the following documents, and it tells you what to bring. NB, wear sports clothes, bring your own food and water bottle. And at 563, you say, my General, how legit is this? Why were you concerned about the legitimacy of a document inviting applicants for jobs to come and present themselves for physical assessment and verification of documents?
Can you repeat that?
Why were you concerned about the legitimacy of a document that invited applicants for employment in a municipal police department to present themselves for a fitness assessment and verification of documents? Why were you concerned about it?
Okay, thank you. The reason that I was concerned, it was with, this message was forwarded to me that Luke, one of his friends, was sent this. Then I take same and forward it to the General. I then make a follow-up that, my General, how legit is this? I was checking with the General that indeed there were calls made to other applicants.
Sorry, they were?
There were calls made, or there were any other arrangements made to the applicants, some applicants that applied for this post.
You see, if we look at your message to the general that attaches the notice for applicants to present themselves for a fitness assessment, you say one of his friends was sent this, and then there's that sort of shocked emoji, which you seemed able to find on this case. Why was it potentially shocking that one of the friends of the person who you knew had been sent this invitation?
I'm not the author of that look. One of his friends was sent this. The person who forwarded it to me is the one who wrote this. I took same and forwarded to the general.
So, who forwarded this to you?
Is one of the parents of the applicants.
And the parent was shocked that somebody else had been invited to do a fitness assessment, but their child had not. Is that what the parent was shocked about?
Can you repeat that? What I must...
So the parent who sent this to you sent it with a shocked emoji.
That's correct.
And was the parent shocked because their child hadn't been invited to the fitness assessment, but one of their friends had been invited?
That was my understanding, yes.
And the parent presumably was expecting you to ensure that their child would also get invited.
I wouldn't say he was expecting me to make sure that their child is invited. She was making a follow-up and followed by this message that she's shocked according to the emoji.
But why would she be shocked that an applicant is invited to a fitness assessment? She'd only be shocked if she expected her child also to be invited.
I would not be in position to know, but I would assume that, you know, as a parent, you know that maybe your child is fit or is capable to do something. At the end of the day, maybe your child is a friend to this one, and you see that this one cannot do anything. But be vice versa, that one got opportunity and yours does not. So I think that emoji came from there.
No, I accept that the emoji came from them. But I'm still trying to understand what they were expecting from you and what you were expecting from the general. So let's start with what they were expecting from you. What were they expecting from you?
Okay, as I've said earlier, to make follow-ups with regards to their application. They don't know the general, I know the general. I did not make any arrangement with them with regards to the general. I said, send it to me, I will see how I can help. That is when I involved the general. General, can you check what is happening here, the progress and so forth. So that is that view.
But what they send you is an invitation for a fitness assessment that's been sent to somebody else. So they're presumably asking you to find out why their child hasn't received a similar application for a fitness assessment. Isn't that what they were asking from you?
Yes?
Then why do you say to the general, my general, how legit is this? what was potentially illegitimate about a friend being invited to a fitness assessment?
Okay, if you can see this document, or let's say the so-called response, it says the trainees must come at 4 ways, Rodeport. And I know that Tshwane is not at Rodeport. Why would they then summon them to Rodeport? So I was sending the general with that effect that, can he verify that this thing is legit?
Well, if they were being summoned to Rudaport, one could assume that it wouldn't come from Tshwane, it would come from Johannesburg. Is that not right?
That's correct.
And wouldn't your question then to the general not be, is this legit, but something along the lines of, does this come from Tshwane, or why is Tshwane inviting people to Rudaport? If you wanted to follow it up at all, as opposed to just assuming this can't come from Tshwane. Tshwane will never assess people in Rudaport.
That will be, it will depend on how I express my interaction with the general.
You see, if you follow the chats, it takes the general a while. You send him you send it to him at 5:21, he calls you back at 5:23, and then at 5:24 he says, this is for the JMPD, it's not for TMPD. Can I tell you what it looks like to me? What it looks like.
Oh, before, you said what page is that?
Sorry?
You said what page is that?
It's the same page. Just go down to 5:24.
5:24.
Yes. Not page 524, the same page at chat number 5 at 5:24 p.m.
563, page 563.
Okay. I think maybe to Marab, let me just wait for you to comment first, then I will.
Well, maybe let me hear your comment on the general's response to you at 5:24.
Okay. The general was responding to me that these ones are not the Tshwane vacancies. I think it was me, maybe, who made a mistake after they forwarded this message to me. I immediately forwarded to General, without maybe telling General that this is not the Tshwane document or not. Is it legit or not? I was forwarding it to the General to check if it was legit. But I think maybe it was coming from the basis that I've sent him the Tshwane application, not the JMPD.
Yes, you'd sent him a Tshwane application. You didn't realize at the time that this was a response from JMPD and not from Tshwane.
I think so, yes.
You thought it was a response from Tshwane.
That's correct.
But then why your question, my general, how legit is this?
Because I thought it was a Tshwane document.
Yes, if it was a
So now, when he responds, he rectifies me here and say, no, Captain, this is for JMPD.
No, I understand. I see that the general pointed out that it came from JMPD, not TMPD, but why would you be concerned about the legitimacy of it? Why would your question be, is this legitimate? as opposed to, does this come from TMPD, not JMPD?
Because at that time, this was the first applicant who sent me this, and they came with these things according to the parent. So that is the reason I was asking them.
You see, what it looks like to me from the outside is that this parent had an expectation that you would ensure that, at the very least, their son's application got processed, if not successfully. And the parent writes to you saying,